Alright, what's up guys? My name is Zach and today I'm driving a 2011 Audi S4 Quattro. Up front is a 3.0 liter supercharged V6 and down below is a 6-speed manual transmission. And if you want to read more of my thoughts, head on over to carmarshal.com/overdrive where I'll be writing a complete article about the S4. But let's get back to that 3.0 liter supercharged V6, which is absolutely awesome. That really surprised me. I know Audis are powerful. That's not like a question. But how powerful, I did not know. Being the first Audi to be reviewed on the channel, this is awesome. This is a really, really quick car. And it's a little bit unique because it is a manual. Audis are harder to find in manual than they used to be. Their manual transmissions, as we know, are kind of going away across the board. But overall, most modern Audis are automatic. So to be driving a manual one is quite a treat. Speaking of which, the clutch is a lot heavier than I thought it would be. It's not super heavy. It's not like a truck clutch. It's not, anything to be scared of. But it is a lot heavier than I thought. Maybe it's because I've been driving Volkswagen GTIs all day, Golfs all day, but it is a little bit heavier. And the shifter feels good. It feels nice. It's decently heavy, which kind of gives you that ability to muscularly throw it into gear. And because it is a Quattro, this car is all-wheel drive, so wheel spin is never, ever an issue in the S4. Oh, it sounds so good too. So let's talk about the interior. Well, in front of me I have two gauges. On the left is the tachometer and on the right is the speedometer. Now the tachometer actually says S4, and Audi, essentially Volkswagen, they're very good at reminding you that you're driving something nice. So I do like that little red S4 accent. On the steering wheel I have some audio controls and voice commands. In the center, I get a little screen. That's the infotainment screen that's going to tell you your music and all that sort of stuff. Then you get the controls for the infotainment center. You can switch between FM, AM, satellite, media, all these different options. Whatever you want to listen to or see, you can control it through there. And then, of course, your air conditioning options, your shifter, and your electronic parking brake, which I'm not a big fan of. I prefer the actual old-fashioned style. Call me old-fashioned, but I prefer the older actual pull handbrake over the electronic one. That's not to say it doesn't work. Obviously, it works great, but it's just personal preference. All right, so I'm in the back of the S4 now, and honestly, it's a four-door. You're obviously to be expected. Tons of room back here. It is a little bit, it's not great on the knees. You kind of have to sit a little bit spread, but other than that, really comfortable back seats. These back seats have I think it almost looks like Alcantara inserts or something. They say S4 on them, and whoever is back here, you're going to scare the crap out of them when you really rip it. So you can totally seat 4 people very easily. There is a 5th seat belt, but really 4 people, man, I want this car. Just last night, I drove from where I live into Chicago and back with 5 friends, and this would have been a perfect car to do that in. Just on the highway home, just put into 6th and just go. Man, I'm really falling in love with the S4. This thing is awesome. Oh, that does not mess around. So the S4 is the upgraded or more performance-oriented version of the A4. So you can buy an Audi A4. It's not going to have the same engine. It's probably going to be automatic, and it's going to be slower. It's definitely going to be nice. There's no doubt about that. All Audis are a lot more luxurious than their Volkswagen counterparts. But this car is so nice, and this car is so quick. I mean, just... I don't want to say unreasonably quick, because cars that are unreasonably quick, I can't justify or see myself owning for any real reason. But this car is quick, and I could totally see myself owning one because it's plush, it's luxurious, it's comfortable, and yet you drop it a gear and you are gone. I mean, you are gone. And that's what I love about this. That's what I love about luxury cars, is that they're just that complete package. They don't, cop out and give you a crappy interior but a great engine. And they don't give you a great interior and a crappy engine. They give you both. They give you both halves of what make a car really, really good. And so really, I am blown away by the S4. They are just so fun. That's a Mark IV Supra. It's really interesting to be driving a stick shift Audi, because I have driven Audis in the past. Like I said, I've never reviewed one, but I've driven one. And I drove an Audi A3, and the transmission in that, I think it was like a 2012, something around there. That transmission was bad. I mean, it wasn't like okay, it was bad. And then I drove an A6. I believe it had this same engine, but that car is so much bigger. The A6 is just a bigger chassis. And so when you put that big supercharged V6 into this small little chassis, it makes quite the concoction. That really just tugs you back into your seat. I mean, this is one of those cars that when you put your foot down, every little thing escapes out of your mind. And that's what I love about fast cars. That's what I love about just quick cars. Honestly, there's no other way to say it, is that when you're driving them, when you put your foot down, when you dump it into first gear and go, every single little thought escapes your mind. You're not thinking about the mortgage. You're not thinking about what you have to do tomorrow. You're not thinking about school. You're thinking about keeping your car in a straight line and not wrecking it, and that's all you're thinking about. Fast cars are the closest things we have to brainwash. It might be momentarily, it might just be for a quarter mile, it might just be between stoplights, but when your foot's in it, you are not worrying about anything else. And that's what I appreciate about quick cars like this, because when I launched it, when I put it into second and I put my foot all the way down and the supercharger's spooling up, I'm not worried about what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm not worried about what I'm going to eat for dinner tonight. I'm just focused on keeping that car straight. And for most people, for car enthusiasts like me, that is freedom. And so this car really just offers a very freeing experience that not a lot of cars can offer. The nice thing about a supercharger too is that it doesn't take time to spool up. With a turbocharger, they're designed to spool at higher RPM. So as you go faster, they kind of give you that roller coaster drop feeling. So like it's like boost. But with this car, it's very linear. It has boost all the time. So it doesn't give you that roller coaster feeling per se, but it will throw you in your seat at any gear, at any time. And so that's what's nice about superchargers, is that it's just power on demand. You're not waiting for that spool. And with this car, there's no waiting. You just go when you want to go. And that's really, I feel like, the luxury car way. It's very much about the person. You've worked hard to buy a car like this. You kind of call the shots. And in an Audi S4, you're calling the shots 100% of the time, every time. And when you do call the shots, it actually makes a difference. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys learned something about the 2011 Audi S4 in manual. If you want to read more of my thoughts, head on over to carmarshall.com/overdrive. But again, hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to rate the video, comment on the video, and subscribe if you really liked it. And if you'll excuse me, I have to now floor it in a straight line because that's just too much fun in this car. Take care, guys. Goes aside from my soul.